clapping. So carrying on from where we were, the other camera ran out of juice. So we're not going to clap our hands, punish him for coming up our hands. We're going to desensitize him to the hands coming up by slowly bringing our hands together. So I've got my treat ready. I'm going to drop it as my hands come together. So I've got my hands here, Benny. Good boy. As I come together, I'm going to drop. So that instead of thinking about, oh, I'm going to come up after those hands, he's going to go, oh my God, I'm going to wait for that food to come. Ready? There, good boy. He's a pretty good catch too, so this is pretty good. Ready? Sorry, I stuck to my hands there. Good boy. I want to get that food in before he has a chance to react. Good boy. Good boy. Now I'm going for 2. I'm not clapping yet. I'm just moving my hands. 1, 2. Yes. Whoops. You missed that one, Doodle. Come on. Ready? So I'm going 1. Bart, no treat. So we're going to go back to just bringing in a little bit and drop. Good boy. So we're back up. You got a little bit over aroused there. He barked. A little bit? Yes. So I'm not bringing them all the way together just yet. I'm going to go back up a little bit, help him to be successful. Now we're going to go in, drop. Yes, that time I touched my hands. So we're going to go touch, drop. Good boy. Ready? Touch, drop. And there. Let's get some more treats here. And I'm using a very, very high value reward for him. Remember, the dog chooses the value of the reward, not us. Regular dog treats, Benny bullies, bacon strips, the cookies, not interested when he's aroused. This is chicken, cooked chicken. Good boy. You ready? There, good boy. Woohoo, good boy. Did you find it, love? Okay, so now I'm going to fake clap. Touch, drop. Good boy. Touch, drop. Good boy. There's my hands. I'm going to go clap, drop. Good boy. Clap, drop. Good boy. Now I'm not standing on the leash anymore. Clap, drop. Good boy. Clap, drop. Oops, we missed one. There you go. It's on the floor, love. It's on the floor. So, seems like we've got 3 in us before we become over-aroused. Sit. Good boy. We're going back to attention. To help him self-regulate. Help him watch his impulse control. We go back to attention. Yes. Good, man. All right. Let's try. We can see if we can get a couple more of these good touch drops in. You ready, buddy? Touch, drop. Clap, drop. Good boy. Good boy. We went after the chicken went up there. Can we get one more on us? Clap, drop. Good boy. Good. And I have to be careful because I have a tendency to go woohoo and clap my hands. And I don't want to do that and get him over-aroused. Good boy, Bentley. Good boy, Bentley. Aren't you a smart boy? Yes, you are. Okay, the next impulse control exercise that he's been working on, which is going to be very important in a home with children, is that he knows place. Now, you want to use, you can use this dog bed if you want. I prefer something bigger so that it's not just a bed. It's got to be something he can generalize to anywhere that I put you and call place is place. So I should start with a blanket on the floor. It's important that all of him is on the blanket. If he steps 1 foot off the blanket, I'm going to go, uh-oh, and I'm just going to walk back, herd him back onto the blanket. He needs to have something tangible so that he can feel that he's off or he's on. So by using a blanket, if he steps on the floor is a different consistency, and I say, uh-oh, he knows the floor was wrong and the blanket is right. How do we start this? In the beginning, I teach staying on the blanket before I teach going to the blanket. So I've got my chicken here. I'm just going to drop it on the blanket here, so he's going to learn that as long as I stay here, it rains chicken. So in the beginning, you're throwing lots of treats very often. High rate of reinforcement, we call it. There we go. You're going to dispense this chicken all over as long as he's on that blanket. He's thinking, wow. And now I'm going to slow down the delivery of my chicken. Now I'm not saying anything right now about that back leg being off because I know he has no awareness of that back leg. So, I'm going to wait for him to come all the way back on. Yes. Now, he doesn't really have an awareness of that back leg, those back legs being off. So I'm not saying too much about them. Uh-oh. But when all of them comes off, I'm going to say uh-oh. Or if the front feet come off. Yes. Yes. That was my fault there. The chicken didn't make it to the blanket. Uh-oh. Here. Bentley. Good. Now, when I bring him back on the blanket, you'll notice I didn't give him a treat right away. Yes. Because I don't want him to think, get into that loop. It's going to reload here. Get into that loop where dogs learn if I get off the blanket, she'll say, uh-oh, and put me back and give me a treat. Therefore, getting off leads to a treat. So, yes. Uh-oh. Bentley. Good. So, I'm going to break, then I'm going to say yes and give him the treat. There has to be a break where we disconnect and then give him the treat. So he doesn't learn means to end. Getting off doesn't lead to a treat. Getting off needs to be put back. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get my yeses up that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about. Come here, buddy. If he gets off to get the chicken, that's my bad because the chicken bounced off the place. Bentley, come. So I'm going to move around. I'm going to pay attention to him right now because when I don't pay attention to him, he breaks. So I'm saying yes. I'm saucing the treat. I'm going to move down. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yes. Yes. I'm increasing the distance that I can be from him. Yes. Oh, damn. Sorry, the chicken is sticking to my fingers. Again, I'm not going to say anything right now about those back legs. I can't uh-oh him because he's not, yes, aware of his back legs. But what I am going to do is I'm going to yes as soon as they're back on, yes, back on the mat so that he's going to come to notice that it's when all of him is on the mat that he gets his treat. Yes. Now, he's better at this at my house because he's been working on it at the house. This is a new environment. Every time you change their environment, they go backwards a little bit and have to reacclimate. We've got to generalize things. Yes. And it's a different mat than the mat that he uses at home. Yes. Yes. Now what I want to do with him as we're getting used to this, because the other problem that he has, of course, is when kids jump up and down or run, that's when he gets excited. So I'm going to ask him to place. Ready? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do jump and throw some food at him. Good boy, Bentley. Place is anchoring him. So jump and toss at the same time. So instead of thinking, run and grab that thing that's jumping, he thinks, look at the floor for the food. Good boy. Boy. Another one. Place. Here. Yes, of course. Good boy. So I want to be more active. Yes. So every time I move fast, I'm tossing him a treat to teach him that when people move fast, treats rain from the sky. I don't chase people that move fast. Yes. 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 And you'll notice all I'm doing is as I'm moving fast, I'm tossing chicken at him. This is for the beginning of the training. Good boy. I want him to learn that even though I'm moving fast, he's staying on his place. Good boy. Did it clap there because he's not looking at me? Good boy. Good boy, Bentley. And that's all we're going to do for this session because we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to make his sessions too long. We don't want to make his brain explode. We want to keep him happy, positive, He's eating a tray of chicken, so he's got a full tummy now. So now it's just playtime, right? Wanna go play? Let's go play. Wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Okay, let's go outside. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Out you go.